Okay, people, so I'm going to do this now. We're going to just go do a little yard check, okay? Now, it's actually quite warm today. A little cold today because it's blowing wind, but not that bad. Weather is just starting to get nice here, so I don't know. In light of the coronavirus, I'm just going to be outside for a fucking month, people. So let's just take it there, right? Let's take it up one fucking notch, City of Surrey. Seriously, Sue, come on by and visit, okay? Because you see all this wood out here? For some reason, people seem to think I should get rid of it, right? Have nothing in my fucking yard. Well, before that happens, I got 1 month starting tomorrow, assuming that it's not going to be piss and rain. I'm going to go get my skill saw, and I'm going to go right over there. And do you see that compost box right there? Well, it's actually a garden bed. But I'm going to build it up just a little more, right? With some wood. Because I got some dirt in the front that needs to be hauled over into the back with freaking buckets. And I got to put it someplace. So I want to enrich the dirt over here. So I kind of turned it into a compost box this year. But before I fucking really turn it into a compost box, I'm going to take it and make it, you have to build it up, right? So guess what I'm doing first thing tomorrow morning, people? 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to start right there, City of Surrey. Okay? Because I can't afford to lose my wood. So any wood you see around here, okay? You can see that wood, you can see that wood, you can see that wood over there. I'm expected to throw this shit out. Right? Because somebody came up on my porch, people, about 3 or 4 nights ago. Do you see that hummingbird feeder? There was one right there, but it's gone. That's because somebody came up on my porch 3 or 4 nights ago, right? Did whatever they did, took the bird feeder, fucked off, okay? And then called the city. Because they don't want me to be successful with anything that I do in life, because for some reason they came from, I don't know where they came from, people, but now, do you see that over there? What is that? Do you see that? That's fucking garbage. Do you see that? Look at those bags there. That's fucking garbage. Why would these people put their fucking garbage like that? Okay? Now, do you see that metal? You see that metal? I need to use that for something back here, right? To protect things from the rain. So I'll have to move all that. That's a garden bin anyway. It's going to be time to garden. I just planted some potatoes like 2 days ago over there. My son wants this spot. So I'll be moving all this, right? This end a little bit messy. Okay, whatever. Right? My landlady wants me to throw out that children's thing, and I try and tell her, like, Alea May is going to play with it. You know, this summer she's going to be 2 people, right? We all know that I just made this compost box, but you see, it could be the owner of this house, because what happens is, or it could be the owner from that house. There's only so many people that are going to call, okay? It's either the owner of that house or the owner of that house, because both of those owners, who are 2 different people, they want this house, okay? We've been through that, done that, okay? No news there, right? And who lives in there is a bunch of Punjabi young men that come from fucking India, and they go to school out here, because that's how the government in the British Columbia, Canada, is making money. They're bringing in all these foreign students from God knows where they come from. It doesn't have to be India. It could be from other places, which I'm sure they do, right? And they make them pay more money to go to fucking college and university out here, right? And because they pay more money, kids like Shimei fall through the cracks as their families are being gang-stalked into homelessness. Basically. Now, I haven't been out here because it's been, 1, freezing. And I was waiting for it to warm up, right? Get this paperwork out of the way. 3 more weeks, it should be done. But no. I'm coming out in the yard at 9 o'clock in the morning to appease the city, right? You see that bike there? It's going for metal scrap, so I'll put that on the road. And I think there's 2 of them. There's another one down there, right? Because Andre got a brand new bike, so some kid's going to get some bikes. So those bikes will go on the road for charity. That wash machine, I just wanted to take a couple parts from it. Outside of that, it's going for metal recycling. I have a fridge in my garage that's going for metal recycling. So, you know, there's some metal recycling shit in there that's got to go. there's Edgar's wheelbarrow. So I'll call up Edgar and tell him to come pick up his wheelbarrow. They obviously don't like my car because it's not fashionable enough, right? You can build a monster home and have fucking 8 cars all parked in a little teeny weeny driveway. It's amazing they can even come in and out, but you can't have your car that you've owned for fucking 30 years. But before I do any of this, I have to start somewhere, and I can't afford to lose my wood. And that's the point of this exercise. So before I start putting this wood into a bin, so I can sit here with nothing and have nothing to build with no money to build it, as the people are still finding something else to fucking complain about, I'm going to start right there. Right there. I'm going to build that up because I've been thinking about it, because I told Tisha I'm hunkering down this year. But I got to do everything again in a month. In a month. Right? I got to lay down the bricks and build the pond and fix the fucking this and paint that and hammer this and shovel that. All in a month, people. My landlord, he wanted me to get chickens again. He wanted me to get chickens. Chickens, you know. If I get chickens, well, 2 reasons. 1, because he's old and he likes chickens. So he can go pick a couple chickens and put them in a coop. I'm thinking in that corner over there. I already talked to my son about it. He wants chickens. I like fresh eggs, people. Nothing like fresh eggs. But in a chicken coop, you have to keep the rats and the raccoons out. So, you know, it would require, what is it called? Chicken wire. And you have to put underneath where they're going to be, where they, the rats can't burrow under the fencing and then get into the coop, because the rats will actually attack chickens. So you have to make it so that they don't dig up, right? So there's a certain thing that you lay down on the ground so they can't chew up. I did that over there in that shed over there, Andre's shed. I took that stuff and I laid it down before I made the subfloor, and then I put the flooring on, right? So when I open up this year, I'm going to open it up this year, because last year I never got a chance to do it. I'm going to empty it out and see how rat-proof I actually made it, right? So, you know, I'm kind of thinking like to put the chicken coop up there just to keep my fucking landlord happy, right? When he comes by and visits to pick up his rent. You know, he'd love to see chickens. Right? He's the one who told me to get chickens, people. Because the city designated the yard big enough now to be able to have chickens. But when they took Mr. Lace and the hens, it wasn't under the bylaw at the time. And then they were coming in with a little program that I put an application in, and they fucking denied it. And then they brought in it where if you have X amount of space on your property, you can have chickens if you want. So I'm debating about it, whether I was going to do it this year, next year, or never do it. The point is, people, is that, you know, I got to get out here tomorrow with the fucking skill saw, assuming it's not raining. I don't like to use the skill saw when it's wet. I don't. I get nervous. I don't like to mix electricity with water. Right? And I'm going to just go around, start gathering up my wood. And I'm going to try and use it as fast as I can within a fucking month. As I got people now telling me that I'm not going to be doing things fast enough. I'm not going to be doing things good enough, right? You know? Like, it's stupid already. It's stupid. You know, only 3 people who are going to call. 4. Only 4. You tell me who you think it is, okay? This dude over here, this owner, and he's a real snotball, really snotty, mean. He's very mean. He cut the pear tree literally down the halfway down. Cut off everything on that side. The pear tree is like, that's it. Only thing that grows is on my side. Everything else is nothing on his side. He cut down the apple tree. Right? He had a little apple tree in the back. When those people moved in, they were kind of looking forward to the apple tree. And when they moved in and realized that the apple tree was gone, that just shows you how mean that dude is next door. This one over here, he's not so bad, but, you know, he's shady because he's a businessman, right? He wants this house, just like the owner of that house wants this house. Because then when they get the two houses together, right, and the city wants to tear down all the fucking houses to make the neighborhood improved, right? You know, they have a stronger position on wheeling and dealing what they want for their two properties. So, you know, that's the only reason they want this house. They don't care about the people who live in the house. They don't care about the animals in the fucking neighborhood. They don't care about the freaking people. They don't care about the trees. They don't care about anything, people. Just shiny fucking cars that, you know, put them in debt with their fancy fucking houses so that they can run around town bragging about how fucking rich they are. That's it. Well, the city is just thinking about their pension plans, superannuation life insurance plans, their dental plans, because they're a public union sector like any other fucking government worker, right? And they get off on it. They get off on it. They knew before they even walked up to my door what this property has been through because of them. They knew. Just being cocky, right? And so, okay, so either that dude over there called, right? Because, you know, he wants me to move so he can muscle my landlady to buy this property, right? So that he can get richer and be fucking even meaner. Or this dude over here who won't rent to normal people that live in Canada because he's too busy filling up his houses with 10 guys that come from fucking India that will pay out of their nose to go to school out here, people. So, you know, it's like a sorority house. He'd want to buy this one and turn it into a sorority house for his people in India. That's all it would be. You're not going to rent it to no family. There's no money with families anymore. Unless, of course, you're a middle-class family and you've got seniority, right? And you're the right color, whether you're fucking white or brown. As long as you're the right color and you got fucking seniority, you'll be fine in British Columbia, Canada. Other than that, you're a sitting fucking duck. Or it was Julian's sister, who's kind of gone on the down low, but, you know, she can't control herself. And she's already warned me that she was going to cause shit. So, just in light of the hummingbird feeder being gone off my porch, people, somebody walked up in here and actually fucking took it off my porch, off my deep freeze, like right there. Do you see? Okay? You gotta be pretty fucking bold to be creeping people's yards at 3 o'clock in the morning to be stealing hummingbird feeders just to make points so that the city can show up 3-4 days later. And then say, well, we received an anonymous phone call. Okay, I'm sure you did. Right? And then, or the first person that could possibly be whatever, the rabble raiser, right, is just some random YouTuber who literally hates their life, people, and misery likes company. So, you know, only 4 choices. Only 4. I'm leaning towards Julian's sister, right? Simply because of her history, right? With the gang stalking of my family for her own reasons, right? But I wouldn't put it past these homeowners either. This guy over here, you know, I'm not supposed to do anything, because if I offer to do, then what ends up happening is I end up pulling out bags and bags and bags full of fucking morning glory on their side of the fence just to keep control of it. Like, this thing is like a huge mound, right? In terms of when I pull all the morning glory all the way down, those piles of garbage, for whatever reason they're there. I don't know why they would leave garbage there like that, and has been ripped apart by the raccoons. But, you know, the morning glory piled up is like 3 times bigger per pile by the time I'm done come fall, ripping out fucking morning glory, right? So, those are those beautiful windows that I got from the little house. You know, because I'm thinking to maybe make a chicken coop. You know, I'm thinking maybe because they're big and they're thick and they're heavy, right? Maybe something in there. That's what I'm thinking. But I'll try and put them on for sale, but if nobody buys them right away, then what? I'm just expected to throw them in the fucking garbage and pay for it, right? Well, everybody at that little house when they left basically became instantly homeless, right? The vinyl siding, I'm thinking to put along this wall, and then I was thinking of taking whatever else I've got, because I tried to sell it last year, but this year I was thinking of taking it along and putting it along the compost beds. But not if I'm expected to throw it out in a fucking month, right? Get everything done in a fucking month. So anyway, a month is only 30 days. That's not very much time to be superhuman to get everything done that should have taken you April, May, June, July, August, September, October, maybe November. It's anywhere between 5 to 7 months. I have to do everything in 1 month. Otherwise, I risk losing what little I do have, people. To have nothing to work with. To be forced out of my house anyway. And then once I'm forced out of this house, there's really no place to go. Because the politicians of this province, they have sold out the people that were born in this country. Okay? In terms of, there is no affordable housing. And it's been like that for quite a few years. And the more that this shenanigans go on with the fucking city, harassing innocent families, right? Just because somebody called and they don't even want to make inquiries as to why that person would call. They're just quick to jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, well, it really does appear like there's something wrong with your yard. I mean, obviously, you're a scatterbrain, right? You know? So if we just get rid of this and a little bit of that over there and then vacate you from the house, the next person that moves in, everything else that, you know, in terms of structure is already in place so they can sit back and take the fucking credit for something that they didn't do jack shit over a period of 10 years. With the city now running after you with your little backpack and buggy, trying to take away your buggy, people. Huh? What do you think? This is like a buggy. So I guess we'll start there.